gonna be a hell of a night, guys. Hell of a night. Good evening to everybody, or morning or afternoon, whatever it may be. It's gonna be a long day. Today is June 23rd, 2016. It is currently around 4:15 p.m. and I'm getting ready to go take a test that'll typically make or break me. So hopefully this will make me and I'll do really well. So I guess the nerves didn't actually hit until probably about an hour ago, started to realize, hey, you're coming up on this test, and now I am nervous as all get out. So, it's 3 tests that's at one test site, and I have to pass all 3 of these tests in order to go take my written national exam. So this will tell me if I'm moving forward or if I have to repeat this step. It goes right now, it's just constant deep breaths, keeping that tidal volume up, because that's the only thing that's going to get me through, is keeping a decent breathing rhythm. So we'll see how it goes. I smell like being nervous is like bad and stress, and you know, the more nervous you are, the more you feel like you're going to fail, and I feel that 100% right now. But it's not even that I think I'm going to fail, it's more running over the scenarios, like the nerves, kind of just rerunning that through and through my head, and I'm like, you know, being this nervous for a test is very unusual for me. And I say that because me, myself, I am typically not a nervous person. I'm not anxious, I don't get nervous, I don't get scared, I don't get upset, you know. And the fact that I'm like this nervous right now is just beyond blowing my mind. So trying to keep my mind open. You know how that one works. You gotta just keep it open. It's been 24 hours plus. It's been 24 hours since I took my national registry testing. I can say I'm relaxed a little bit. But I still am like, now I'm stressing out to like, did I pass, did I fail, kind of stressing out, like I'm overthinking it. But all in all, I believe I did really well on it. There's 3 different portions. There was trauma, medical, and a random skill. I did great on the random skill. I think I passed that one with flying colors. And then passed the random skill with flying colors. I might have failed my trauma, but it was something so simple that I shouldn't have forgot it, but I did. You know, it was, I forgot to put the patient on a backboard. You know, it was something simple. But in my medical, from what I was told, one thing I didn't do, I cannot fail that thing I didn't do. I mean, I mentioned what what my underlying like cause of like the sickness would be, but I did not do the testing to verify it. You know, like it was a what was it? It was a 35-year-old female who was a stroke patient, or she had had a stroke, and so I mentioned she had a stroke. I mentioned that the signs and symptoms that we're seeing have led me to believe it could have been a stroke, and I did not do any stroke testing. I completely forgot, and then I walked out of the room and I like did a play-by-play of what I did, and you know, realized that I didn't do a stroke test. But I was told you cannot fail because of not doing a stroke test. I think I did pretty good in the long run. Hopefully, even if it's 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3 is better than 0 out of 3. So I look at it as this was a whole new experience, though. This is something I've never done, and I kind of hopped into, and you know, the training for it was extensive, but the outcome will be just as great. So, and this was all this letting the nerves go. Like I will definitely have to say, when my first scenario was trauma. I you will ever see, and I could not get my head, you know, to like wrap around what I was doing. I went over the skill card I think I went over it like 3.5 times, and I was finally like, okay, I believe I've gotten everything, went through, I was done. It was a new experience, and if anybody's ever going to do it, no matter what state you're in, I will recommend take your time. Definitely breathe and just go with it. You know, I know my instructor, he's been a state instructor, skills evaluator for he's been a state evaluator for a while. I think he said 13 years, a little over 13 years he's been a state evaluator. But you know, he goes, if you walk in being all frantic and nervous and kind of, you know, like you're scared, you're not going to do well. And like when I first walked into trauma, I was like, deep breath, and like I finally did like one really like long deep like inhale, and like just like got all my thoughts together from there. So it was definitely a new experience, and it's definitely something that I would recommend or would do if anybody else wanted to go do this. With the way I did everything, but I'm also nervous to find out my results whenever I get my results back. So that'll be in 4 days on Tuesday. I'm proud with the way I did everything. But no, Doc Shockaloo. If you got any likes, thoughts, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments. And if you have any topics, put them in the comments as well, because it definitely gives me something to talk about. It really does.